Hello everybody and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are on the third day of the second case of the game, which is Turnabout Sisters. And it's actually the second day of trial, which is a little confusing. I feel like this is something that the later games make a little more consistent. I don't know if the most recent ones beyond the trilogy have changed this in any way. But in the first game, like yesterday when Phoenix was giving the backstory of what's happened since the court system changed and everything, he said that cases get resolved in 2 days, and he said maybe 3. I think that's to kind of give more of a rationale for cases later in this game being 3 days long. You know, like the judge would go, oh, hey, you know, I guess we can extend it another day, that kind of thing. Kind of minor spoiler there, I guess. But the later games in the series definitely cap it at 2 days, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's a little weird, but at the very least, it kind of gives more of a reason in this case for why Phoenix is now sitting in the defendant's chair. So anyway, in the last episode, our villain for this case, Wright of Blue Corp, was not very happy about the fact that we found him out, and so now he's basically pinned Mia's murder on Phoenix, and now we're going to have to defend ourselves here as we go to court. I don't know, he must have a lot of power, especially if this is the Japanese court system, to completely remove Maya as the one that everyone's looking at as the guilty one, and put us there instead, but I guess that's how powerful he is. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What, does Wright have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent. How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Hmm? Phoenix? You know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What?! Okay, let's do this. So Phoenix and Edgeworth knew each other. That's rather interesting. September 9th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Courts, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court.
Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor.
Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Interesting that Red White's name rhymes with Phoenix Wright and April May's name rhymes with Maya Fey. I guess they're both going up against the person they are pinning the crime on. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Oh, please don't do that. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know?
Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho. This guy and April May are made for each other. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witnesses' accounts. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so there's one thing that really stood out about this, and it was the statement toward the end about Mia running away, which I believe contradicts the piece of testimony that we got from April May that was saved from the previous day. So I'm going to look at that real quick here. Probably should have done that first. Yeah, she ran to the right. So I'm going to say that this is the... Oh, wait. Whoops. That was what I was supposed to do. Oh. Apparently that is not correct. So we get to see what happens when something's wrong. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge. And we lost some of our health, so we're going to have to be extra careful about that. So you get 10 hit points, and that gave that burned 2 of them. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. Just seeing what all we've got. Okay. I have a feeling that's going to be useful at some point. Let's go back to the beginning. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wonder? Anyway, I better find a weakness in there. Alright, let's press him and see what happens here. How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always abso-positively perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 o'clock. It's happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. Well, let's press further. Usually that's a good idea. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? Alright, let's press him on this. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay and Company law offices? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Sure. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Let me press this one. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Okay, that didn't get us anywhere. Let's look at this one. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. Tell me about it. Right. Let's see. I'm curious what Phoenix is going to say about this one. Spiky-haired? Oh, that's it. Alright. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40! 40? Don't add them together.
I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good.
Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? Okay. Let's press this. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. Wright. Ho ho. I know. After all, I am El Presidente.
Please continue.
Right, so we already... Oh wait, we presented something here. Let's press this. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Okay, I know what we need to do here now. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Alright, so here we now have this new detail, and we can present our May testimony here. So I got a little ahead of myself. I thought that this contradicted it because ran to the right doesn't sound like ran away, so... Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho. It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left? So he did witness the killing? Wait a second.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Well, I think if Mr. White is the killer, and he was standing in that position, then to him it would have been left. So, I'm going to say both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Or, rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Alright, so let's do the right here. This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Exactly.
Order! I will have order! We shall have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? We're a rapscallion.
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
Ho ho ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well, let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
That does seem to make sense.
The judge is so gullible. Also, he's being threatened, I know, but this is kind of a recurring theme.
Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay, I think I know what we need to pinpoint here. He mentions that we hit her twice, which conflicts, I believe, with the single blow. Yeah, I thought there was like... It says died from a blow. I thought it said single blow. Let me try this. Ah, okay, good. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony... The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away!
Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony...
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White.
Mr. White.
Oh. Okay. The two accounts. Alright, we got the fast music now. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap!
Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Alright, let me look at this again. I didn't really think about things while I was reading here. I'm curious to know what he means by the other window. You heard that thing fall? Oh yeah, that was the other thing too. Was he talking about the lampstand? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that's the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? Well, what? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. So sorry. My bad.
The witness will revise his testimony.
Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Okay. I think what Maya's getting at here is that you can't really tell that that's a light stand from that angle across the, from the hotel. Alright, there we go. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand.
What?
Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that?
Ridiculous. velocity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Mr. White?
Mr. White, you did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Heh, looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What?
I forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, Well, what? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap?
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? By whom? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Company law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand.
No, I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping.
Oh boy. Leave it to me. I feel faint. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound?
Correct. That is right.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine.
Gah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Alright, I'm gonna check one thing here. in the court record first. Oh, it's just found in Miss May's hotel room. Okay. Just checking to see if there's anything else. Let's just press for now. I don't see anything particularly glaring here. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh. Right. Okay. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Company law offices. Okay. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough I can bluff something out of him. Okay, so there wasn't anything in pressing. Whoops! Sorry, I did not mean to do that. Let me skip past all this. Okay. I'm gonna check one more thing. The phone that he mentions, I'm assuming that's in the office, right? Like, that's not in the front area. Like, that's at Mia's desk, because that's her phone. And we can't really look at anything there. We can't look at anything here either. It just says it was found in Miss May's hotel room. Let me check this conversation again. No, okay, that's not... I was wondering if there was something about a glass light stand mentioned there. Okay, I don't actually know. This is interesting. I'm wondering if it's this just because it's September 5th, and he mentions that the beginning of September, the week before the murder, and that would have been before September 5th. So I'm going to present the cell phone conversation here. That's not it. Okay. Alright. That was not very good. Let me just look at his testimony again. I entered the law offices, placed the wiretap. Wait, were we supposed to not show anything? Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more? I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Wait, what? Mamma Mia! Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! I think we fainted again. Hey, Phoenix! Gack, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But, we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix? Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Okay, so I did have the right idea. This is the episode of, like, JB gets ahead of himself and thinks of something that he vaguely remembers, but it's not the right time. Oh, man. He said he saw that stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. Receipt for a glass light stand. The date of purchase is the day before the murder. Honestly, the first time I saw this Maya channeling Mia thing, I was like, oh my goodness, this feels so weird, like in a game about, like, the justice system, and, like, I know it's a totally anime game, but it just, like, thematically, it just felt so funny to me.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. Wright is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, so this is the same dialogue as before. So, do I just need to do it here? I'm gonna assume yes. Give it a shot. There we go. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Waha, you're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Wow! A glass light stand? And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder!
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Company law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there.
What?
Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible.
Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Uh-oh. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright.
Eh?
What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Of course we're going to object to that. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth...
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all... Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
Gah! The witness will stay. But Mia... Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may?
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one.
I have something I would like to read to the court.
Alright, let's see what this is about. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense... this defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright,
not guilty. Yay! Confetti!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Whew! That was a close shave there. September 9, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! Hee, I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Mia. September 9th, 9:02 p.m., Faye & Company Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Blah! You should see her face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. And it's the famous Turnabout Sisters theme. You're going to be hearing this quite a bit throughout the rest of the game. Actually, all of the games in the trilogy, so hope you like it, because it's a fun theme and it gets reused quite a bit. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Company law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means. We're partners. Aww. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Company law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Aw. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. That's nice. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Oh, okay, wait up. The end. Alright, well that wraps up case 2 in this game. And now we have unlocked the third case, called Turnabout Samurai. Alright, so let's go ahead and overwrite that. And we will continue with the next case in the next episode. So thank you all so much for watching once again. If you enjoyed yourselves today, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment. Love hearing from y'all. I'm really enjoying doing this series. This has been a lot of fun. It's been doing a number on my vocal cords, especially doing that judge voice, but I'm really enjoying it a lot. So in the next video, we're going to start episode 3, the third case, which sounds very intriguing. That's a very interesting name. So I hope you're looking forward to it. I'll see you then.